How's it going, everybody? Ragaroth here. So today they kind of revealed a gameplay overview trailer for Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Normally I just do simple things like character trailers and things like that, but I figured with this, because there's just a lot of unknowns with this game, this is a totally kind of different developer from what we're usually used to with fighting games and all that, and just because I think we're all so curious, there's a lot of kind of concern and hype around this game's mainly gameplay, I figured this would be a good one to do a reaction video to. So, before I get started, of course, if you can, like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, definitely consider subscribing to my channel if you like this video and some of my others, especially since I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. So let's get this started right about now. Alright.
Do you want to fight? Do you want to win? Or do you want to live?
Alright, this is cool. Just show us the
Which
gameplay.
is it?
Fighting for its own sake is meaningless. Survival in itself is meaningless.
Okay.
I want to win!
Wielding swords that personify their soul. Soul Reapers now jump into battle.
I won't lose. No,
I think the graphics look good. I don't care what anybody says there.
Fall far short of mine.
Alright, cool. And this is the Yaku action, too. Okay, cut down your opponent's ratio.
Unique Sunken Soki action to cut down your opponent's ratio. Cutting down 1 gauge of ratio.
Definitely seems fast.
Your opponent's kompaku.
Are you ready?
After damaging your opponent, unleash your Kikamu and destroy several of your opponent's kompaku. Destroy all 9 of your opponent's kompaku and win the game.
Too easy. What?
Did you really think you could defeat me?
Using the spiritual power accumulated while attacking, unleash a special spiritual pressure move. You can also activate reverse action while attacking and defending.
Okay.
Turn the tide of battle with well-timed combos.
Combos.
So this is all you can do. Scatter. Senbon Sakura. Shall I explain to you the full extent of the difference between...
So that doesn't mean you instantly lose. It just means
Sakura, Kageyoshi.
you can knock down their
In the
Hompaku
midst
a bit
of
if you're
battle,
kind of getting...
accumulated power brings you to an awakened state. Unleashing
So, okay,
your
for
true
him,
power will
for
overwhelm your opponent.
Yaku, it's Bankai, makes sense.
Senbon Sakura, Kageyoshi. You've reached your limit. Ichigo Kurosaki.
So I'm guessing Ichigo is going to go Bankai now.
I'm not done yet. Kai! Tensa Zangetsu. This is my Bankai. Alright, let's just...
Music's pretty good.
All I can do is to take all of my spiritual pressure and try to channel it into one big strike.
Okay, so it's...
Everything we've been through thus far, neither of us has very much strength left.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let the next clash decide this battle.
Are you ready?
So is there going to be...
Bleach,
Okay.
Rebirth of
I think they're just both doing their ultimates.
What? Who are you?
Yeah, so wait, what's the deal with... How does he get the visored mask? Is that another level of awakening? Yeah, I mean, I guess it didn't say there was only one. I mean, So this is definitely different. I mean, it's definitely different. So this sort of reminds me a little bit of DISSIDIA Final Fantasy. If you played those games, so the Brave and the HP gauge. Doing HP damage is actual legit damage. But this seems like there's different levels of damage. It's kind of like the regular attacks. There's like sort of like different levels of health. You're supposed to kind of wear down the regular health with, I guess, more standard attacks. Then you do the actual damage with the stronger, kind of more special attacks, like probably their signature moves. That's what the impression I'm getting here is. And I guess, obviously, when you get lower, I'm guessing on Kompaku, whatever it's called, I'm sorry if I'm not getting the game name right, then that's when you can awaken I guess maybe do an ultimate move as well. I mean, the speed of the game looks pretty solid. I don't know. To me, it does not look slow and clunky. Again, it could just be because Ichigo and Byakuya are faster characters, or it's just one of those things where it's like, watching it, maybe it looks fast, and then playing it, it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. To me, nothing inherently looks wrong here. I know it's a little different, and I have heard that I think the Jujutsu Kaisen game is sort of similar, I guess, to Dissidia and all that, where it's like there's, I guess, different layers of damage you can do. Again, I haven't played that game, so I don't really know, I don't know if this is more similar to Dissidia or that, or if it's kind of just sort of its own spin on it. But, yeah, I mean, that looks fine to me. Like, it doesn't look like, anything, again, it doesn't look like anything like earth-shattering, like, oh my god, this game is going to revolutionize anime fighting games, blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't look like bad or unpolished or anything like that. It looks like a pretty smooth flowing game. Now I know it's like in terms of how in depth it could be and all that, because I guess like the one thing is with the Konpaku thing, it does mean that I guess maybe there's only probably not that many ways to kind of bring that down. It also, I guess, sort of reminds me of PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, if you played that game as well. Which I don't know how much confidence that inspires as well. I mean, I enjoyed it. It wasn't the best Smash clone, though. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing anything inherently wrong. I do think it is probably, we're not going to really have an idea until, we kind of get to play the games ourselves, of course. But, I mean, I think this looks cool. I think it is something a little different. I know comeback mechanics can be a little scary and, I guess, intimidating, but I mean, it seems like at the very least, like the comeback mechanic in this, like if you pull it off, it doesn't mean you win. You just kind of can maybe kind of get back to maybe kind of to where your opponent is in a sense. But I don't know. That's what I think. I think it looks cool. Again, nothing earth-shattering, amazing, like it's going to be the most complex, in-depth fighter ever. But I think it looks cool, and also maybe kind of a little refreshing as well. A rebirth, if you must say. And again, I know people are probably going to compare it to Jujutsu Kaisen, and that's kind of that seems like the lowest standard right now. It's kind of like the game that people always kind of bring up now when that maybe like Jump Force, and I guess maybe the One Punch Man game are kind of the low standards right now that I think really kind of makes people worried about this game and other anime arena fighters. And of those three, I've only played Jump Force. I haven't played the One Punch Man game or Jujutsu Kaisen. I know I've heard they weren't great though. But yeah, and I also think that them kind of showing a gameplay overview trailer, especially like not that long after it got revealed, I think that does that obviously I think does inspire a little bit of confidence from them. Usually I think if a game developer is not that confident in their game, they're going to be more reluctant to show off gameplay. And again, that doesn't always guarantee, just because they're confident they think it's good doesn't mean that, everyone else will think it's good. But I think it does help a little bit, But yeah, as I've said, I think what I'm seeing, it looks fine. It looks fun. I mean, it looks fast-paced like Bleach should be. But I do know that, I'd say, it going in a positive direction, not super convinced, but this, if anything, adds a little bit of hype rather than subtracts it. And it is kind of good seeing it explained how exactly the comeback mechanics work and the kind of, this unique kind of health system works as well. And, and I love the first two Dissidia games, and I thought most people liked them as well. So it's like, if it's like this, I don't know why people are so worried about that. Especially because I don't think, that part of Square that made Dissidia, I don't really think they made any other fighting games before that. And I know Dissidia NT, the third game, yeah, less positive about that one, but that one has other issues aside from just the fighting mechanics. But yeah, I think that's really all I can really say about this. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you dislike it. Definitely consider subscribing, really good video on some of my others, and definitely comment and let me know what you think about this. I'm really curious what the reception is going to be. I mean, you know, I still think it's an arena fighter. Unfortunately, I think people just can't a lot of people just aren't going to be able to shake that stigma. And because it is kind of trying something a little different, you know, even though you would think trying something different would maybe get people, you know, maybe off the game's ass and being an arena fighter. But it's, you know, people like their fighting games a certain way. So that's just how it's going to be. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And thank you so much for checking out this video. And as I always say, another time, another place. Keep being awesome.